So we just did a really good spiritual cleanse of my entire apartment or house, if you want to call it that. I think we're ready to do our spiritual smudging cleanse now because all of the rooms have been cleaned and decluttered, and now it's time to actually do the smudge with sage and do a cleanse of the air and a cleanse of the space so that we can get rid of any of the old and stagnant negative energy from the winter and attract and invite in all of the positive energy that we're ready for. So we've got everything set up. This is my smudging bundle that I use to smudge with every single time. This is my abalone shell right here. I usually use the stand just to protect whatever surface that I'm placing my smudge bowl on. I just wanted to mention that it's okay if you want to have your smudge guide with you, just like this. You can download it. It's the Sacred Medicines and Smudging Guide. You can use this guide to help you and support you, or just smudge along with this video to help you, depending on how you learn and how you want to go about it. There's no like wrong or incorrect way to do it. I mean, there's ways and tips that you can get more out of your experience and that it can be more intentional and more rewarding, and you are able to feel more connected and have a more positive outcome to your smudge, or you can essentially have more intention behind your smudge. That's the best way I can put it. The main thing that I want you to realize is that by trying and doing the smudge practice in a good way and by approaching it with gratitude and with good feelings and positive intentions, then you can't really go about it wrong. If you're watching a video like this, you're obviously care enough to learn and to try your best, so that usually will result in you having a good outcome. So you can use the smudge guide to help you in your smudge. You can also use your smudge prayer. This is how I do a spiritual cleanse at the beginning of springtime by smudging with sage. So the first thing that you want to do is make sure that you are prepared physically and also prepared mentally. So we talked about having your space cleaned and decluttered, as that's a really important element of spring cleaning, is decluttering of all of your items to ensure that your space is respected and honored. You also want to prepare yourself mentally, and that means by defining clear intentions for yourself. Now, intentions just means having a clear goal or intention for what it is that you want to do. So when we're cleansing our space spiritually in the beginning of springtime or the season ahead, we might be reflecting on why we need a cleanse, or what energies we want to vacate from our space, and also what energies we want to attract. That's a really big one that I personally try to lean on the most, is what I want to attract and where I want to be and how I want to feel the season ahead. So because we're doing a smudging cleanse for the beginning of spring and on the theme of spring cleaning, I am going to focus this smudge today on the season ahead and what I am intending and what my intentions are and my goals are and the energy that I want to feel and attract in the next few months. We've got everything prepared and ready to go. If you've ever ordered one of our smudge kits at Tribal Trade, they come like this. You get a sage bundle that's like this. Now, I wouldn't recommend lighting your smudge stick or your sage bundle fully like this. What I would recommend is breaking it apart and placing it inside your abalone shell in pieces instead of like all one piece together. It will burn a lot better if you allow the air to get at all of the pieces and all of the sage leaves, okay? So what I'm gonna do is just take it apart like this. So take this string apart and then just gently take off the leaves that are kind of bunched together. Just pull them apart gently and place them in the bowl. So you don't need a lot. It's better to just burn a little bit of your sage at once. And if it's all burnt up and you need to add a little bit more because you haven't finished your smudge and you need to smudge more areas of your house, then that's okay. It's better to do that than to use up more than you need, right? You only want to use just what you need for your smudge ceremony. So now I've got a match here. I'm gonna light it up. So you want to grab a piece of your sage and bring it up to the match, okay? All right. Now, the reason that you want to waft the sage before it burns up too much is because it will quickly just disintegrate if you allow it all to just catch flame like that. So all you want is it to be like a gentle burn. So the first thing that you're gonna do once your sage is burning is you're going to first smudge your feather, okay? So you wanna smudge your feather before you smudge anything else. Okay. So then you wanna move on to the rest of your body. So you can start with your head. So you smudge your head so that you are thinking positive and only good thoughts. You smudge your eyes to see only good things. You smudge your mouth so that you speak only words of kindness and positive words. And then you smudge your heart. So you go from your head and then kind of down so that you're feeling positive, good, loving feelings. And then next you want to smudge the rest of your body so that you're embodying all of the positive energy that you might be processing from your eyes, your mouth, your head, right? So if you notice that the sage is starting to burn out a little bit, you can kind of wave some air on it to make it burn better. So after you've smudged yourself, the first thing that you're gonna do is say a prayer, but if there's anyone else that's smudging with you, so if you have your partner, family members, or if you're in a gathering, you would allow everyone in the space, in the ceremony, to smudge themselves first before you begin a prayer. So if at any point your smudge, like the sage, like burns out, don't worry, like sometimes that happens. You're not doing anything wrong. Like right now it just burned out. So that's like burning a lot, right? So we don't want that to be too intense. So this is what can happen if you allow it to catch flame too much, okay? It's producing a lot of smoke and that might not be something that you want. Like you're using up a lot more sage than you necessarily need. So it's better to try to light only a smaller amount of sage than this. So the first thing I'm gonna do is say a prayer. So I'm gonna say Chimigwech to the Creator for the sacred medicines and the gifts that you've given us, especially the sage to allow us to smudge today and to cleanse our home and our sacred space, to welcome in a new season and to cleanse all of the old past energy so that we can learn from the past season and the past years and to live a happy and positive next season and to live a positive and healthy life moving forward. And thank you for allowing us to use these sacred medicines to help us to heal and to help us to be strong and to help us to learn difficult lessons and live with strength and resilience in the next season and the year ahead. And Creator, help us to be strong and wise and be good to ourselves and to live with kindness and self-love and compassion, especially towards ourselves and our loved ones. Chimigwech, Creator, for the sacred medicines and for this day and for this life. Now, when you think about the things that you are grateful for in the season ahead and the energy that you want to attract, the life that you want to have in the months, season, and years ahead, it can help you to feel connected to those feelings that you might want to bring into your life. So for example, for my family, I want to be strong and have good relationships with my family, but I understand that the relationships and the connection starts with myself first. And I want to be able to have love and compassion and trust myself, and that I'm living in a good way and setting a good example for my son and setting a good example for other young ones in our community, because that's important to me. I also want to pray to the Creator to give me strength to honor and respect my sacred space that is my home, and to protect my sacred space and my home so that I'm selective and careful and wise about decisions that I make in terms of who's in my life and the activities that I am spending my time doing, and make sure that I am surrounding myself with good people that are treating me well and that are helping me to feel good. And I ask that the Creator to help me to hold myself to the highest regard, and doing that, live in a way that I am already being enough and being happy and treating myself with love and respect, as if I already have everything in my life that I'm going to need, and that everything that I'm ever going to want is already here and it's going to make me happy today. And I want to be able to live in the moment and with gratitude for my son and my parents, and to help them be healthy and help myself be healthy by engaging in healthy activities, by learning, by creating a safe and inclusive space in my home, in my work, and helping other members of the community to understand that they're not alone and that we share the same struggles, and that we can support each other and help each other to work through our struggles together. Okay, so now I'm gonna go through and smudge my house, and it doesn't really matter the route that you go throughout your house when you're smudging, like your room, your kitchen. If you choose to start in one particular room and then work your way through in a specific order, if it's meaningful to you, then go with what your own intuition is telling you. It's a good strategy. It's a good way to finish your smudge at a doorway. Some people say that you can start at the doorway and enter your home and smudge throughout. I think that there's certain situations where you want to start at the doorway and smudge, and then kind of smudge throughout and then finish again at the doorway. But I think if there's no negative energies or unwanted energies, and you're just doing a spring smudge cleanse, then I think it's safe to, in your comfort of your own home, to begin inside and then work your way through your home and finish at the doorway, and then kind of retire your ashes outside and say like a concluding prayer when you're finished. That's what we're gonna do. If it's your first time smudging ever, you can download one of our personalized smudge prayers that can help you in your own specific situation, whether it's just a quick ritualistic smudge prayer, or a smudge prayer with your family or friends at a gathering, or if it's just yourself wanting to have a long, intentional, really meaningful prayer for yourself to attract positive energy and remove negative energy. Whatever your individual needs are, we have a specific smudge prayer just for that situation that you can download if you complete that quiz to get your personalized smudge prayer for smudging your home. Lots of resources that you can use to help you on your journey. So we're now finishing up our smudge for our spring cleaning cleanse, our spiritual cleanse for the start of the spring season. And we're finishing up at the front of the house, at the front doorway here. And it's been good. Another thing I wanted to mention is that something that I try to do when I'm smudging my home is I really try to focus on and think about those positive thoughts of what I want to attract in the season ahead. So this coming spring, I really want to focus on connecting with other people in the community that are on the same journey as I am, and people that are wanting to learn and to share stories and to celebrate Indigenous culture and heritage, and people who are wanting to grow and live with resiliency and live positively and in a healthy and good, strong, growing, growth-oriented life. That's what I want for myself, and that's what I want to attract, and that's what I want to surround myself with. So just thinking about those things and saying them out loud and smudging my home while I'm saying those things, and that's what I want to attract. And I'm grateful for my own self already, and my own strengths and struggles and my own experiences that have taught me lessons and have taught me about the life that I want to live, and the awareness to know the life that I don't want to live is knowledge and is wisdom that I have now that I didn't have before, and I'm really grateful for those experiences. So Chimigwech for smudging with me today. I'm really grateful and thankful for all of you for coming along in this spring smudging session with me, chimiigwech, and I wish you nothing but health and happiness and strength and courage to be able to pursue the life that you want and to be yourself and to be able to be kind to other people in your life and to be truly you, because you are truly unique and special, and there's no one like you. So celebrate that and be grateful for yourself. Love yourself, be kind to yourself. Thank you so much for watching and for being here smudging with me today, and I'll see you next time. I've also just got a couple examples of some of the smudge kits that we have at Tribal Trade. So this is one of the gift sets that we have at Tribal Trade. And there's also lots of other vendors of smudge kits that you can order one, or if you're lucky enough to have one gifted to you, that's even better. So we're gonna finish this smudge by placing the smudge bowl outside.